Jungkook's tears welled up after Jimin said these touching words. Emotional moments are back to color BTS's journey, especially for two members who always steal the spotlight, Jimin and Jungkook. In an incident that made the army swept away, Jungkook looked unable to hold back tears after such a hard day. However, everything changed when Jimin came and said a simple sentence that turned out to have a deep meaning for the Magne. According to a source close to him, Jungkook showed signs of emotional exhaustion due to his busy schedule and the pressure of the project. The staff said he appeared to be sitting pensive, with an unusually blank look. But Jimin's presence became a turning point. He approached Jungkook, patted him gently on the shoulder, then delivered loving words that made the atmosphere change instantly. Jimin's sentence was not long, but full of meaning. He assured Jungkook that he was never alone, that all the members of BTS and the army were always there for him, no matter what. Suddenly, Jungkook, who had been sobbing softly, began to smile in the midst of his tears. The warmth of Jimin's words was able to calm Jungkook's heart and remove his anxiety. The moment spread quickly among the army, especially after several pieces of the story circulated in online communities. Many fans judge that the emotional intimacy between Jimin and Jungkook is a testament to how deeply they bond, not just as group mates, but also as a family that always supports each other. One army comment even wrote, "Jimin knows exactly how to make Jungkook feel safe." The words are simple, but the impact is great. That's Jimin, a figure who is always full of empathy. Another commented, "Jungkook's tears are not a sign of weakness, but rather proof that he is a human being with a sincere heart. And Jimin is the one who can heal that wound." This moment further reinforces the narrative that BTS themselves often say that their journey will never be easy, but as long as they have each other, nothing is impossible. The tears that had flooded Jungkook's face finally slowly subsided after Jimin approached and looked at him sincerely. In the silence, Jimin lowered his head slightly to align with Jungkook's eyes. Then in a soft voice he said, "You're not alone, Kook. You've done your best, and I'm always here with you." The simple sentence seemed to be a sedative that directly touched Jungkook's heart. Instantly, the cry that had sounded heavy turned into a small sob mixed with a thin smile. Jungkook held Jimin's hand tightly, as if he didn't want to let go. For ARMY who heard this story, the moment felt so emotional because it showed that Jimin really understood Jungkook not just as a group mate, except as a brother he always cared for. The staff who witnessed the moment even admitted that they had goosebumps. Some say that Jungkook's expression changed completely after hearing Jimin's words. From what had been full of anxiety and a sense of helplessness, he now looked calmer, his eyes shining again. Although there were still tears left on his cheeks, many ARMY highlighted how important Jimin's role in Jungkook's life. They judged that Jimin always knows the best way to touch the heart of BTS's Magne. Not infrequently, fans refer to the relationship of the two as a balancing bond, because when one feels weak, the other will be present to give strength. Not only that, this moment also reminds fans of many previous events, where Jimin is often the figure who calms Jungkook when he is under pressure. From the time of the trainees, when they debuted, until now they have become world superstars, the pattern continues to repeat. Jungkook cries or feels anxious, then Jimin comes to calm him down. Some ARMY even shared touching comments such as, "Without Jimin, maybe Jungkook's tears would have gone deeper." But with one gentle sentence, Jimin managed to turn the night into a moment full of warmth. As soon as news of the tearful moment spread, ARMY immediately flooded social media with various reactions. Hashtags like #Jimin for Jungkook, #We love you Jungkook, and #Thank you Jimin are trending on Twitter/X and Weverse. Many fans wrote messages of support for Jungkook, as well as their gratitude to Jimin, who always knew how to calm the Magne. Several fan-edited videos highlighting the emotional interaction were widely circulated, showing how Jimin held Jungkook's hand while saying his gentle words. The video was accompanied by mournful music, making the atmosphere even more moving. It didn't take long, thousands of comments flowed under it, the majority saying that they were moved to tears just by watching it. ARMY in various countries also made a long thread about Jimin and Jungkook's friendship. One wrote, "This is the reason why BTS is not just a group, but a family. They are always there for each other." While another said, "Jimin always knew how to strengthen Jungkook. Their relationship is so sincere, even simple words can give great strength." In addition, some fans also linked this moment to the long history of BTS's journey. They recalled the hard times at the beginning of the debut, when a very young Jungkook often felt depressed, and Jimin is always the first figure who comes to accompany him. ARMY considers that this pattern continues until now, as if it is clear that their bond is not shaken by time or popularity. There are also more emotional reactions. Many fans wrote that they felt lucky to be witnesses of such a friendship. Some even said that Jimin and Jungkook's relationship was an inspiration in their personal lives, especially when it comes to supporting friends or family when they are down. Interestingly, some Korean media also highlighted this incident. They wrote articles with emotional titles such as "Jungkook's Tears," "Jimin's Words Are Medicine," or "Not Just Friends. Jimin and Jungkook Show the Meaning of Family in BTS." This further reinforced the public's view that the two's relationship went deeper than just label idols and group mates. The more they talked about it, the more ARMY said it was relieved to see Jungkook calm down. They believe that as long as Jimin is by their side, Jungkook will be able to get through anything, even when facing enormous pressure amid their global popularity. A few days after that tearful moment, Jungkook finally opened up to ARMY through a short live on Weverse. With eyes that still look a little swollen, he confessed that the last days were hard for him. However, he also emphasized that there was one figure who made him stand stronger again, Jimin. During the broadcast, Jungkook was silent for a while before finally saying, "I don't know what to do without Jimin Hyun. He was always by my side, even when I couldn't express how I felt. His words back then made me realize that I wasn't alone." The remark immediately made ARMY in the comments flooded with crying emojis and purple hearts. Not only that, Jungkook also showed his real attitude to Jimin. Behind the scenes, the staff recounted that Jungkook began to approach Jimin more often, accompany him even in small moments such as dinner or simply walking together after training. There was a moment secretly captured on fans' cameras at the airport when Jungkook appeared to be walking beside Jimin, turning his head with a meaningful look as if he wanted to say thank you without words. What made the ARMY even more touched was when Jungkook gave a small surprise to Jimin. During one of the rehearsals, Jungkook suddenly stopped the music and said, "Hyun, this is for you." Then he sang a few verses of a song that had been Jimin's favorite since his trainee days. The atmosphere of the studio was immediately turned into full of emotion. Jimin himself looked speechless, then covered his face with his hands while smiling and holding back tears. Fans who heard the story through fan accounts immediately enlivened social media with various reactions. Many wrote that it was Jungkook's way of showing his gratitude to Jimin, not with long words, but through sincere actions. Some even called their relationship an endless loop. Jimin was always there for Jungkook, and Jungkook always knew how to return his love to Jimin.